And I'm now joined by JB Bentz, who's a product manager for B2B Managed Services at OpenText Business Network. JB, great to have you here.
Morning, Tony.
Why managed services?
I've actually been with the company, GXS, which was acquired quite a few years ago, who brought in this managed services B2B business. I've been with the company 12 years now, so it's a deep running theme for me. I've been working on it for quite some time.
And how does it make a difference for customers who go down that route?
The intent is to basically take a business problem that is extremely widespread, that lots of organizations all around the globe have traditionally managed themselves, but it's distracting from their core business. It takes them away from the likes of their revenue generating initiatives. So we've been seeing this trend over the last 15 years, essentially, where they ask us to come in, take that headache off their hands, essentially, and run it on our cloud through our network, the trading grid,
right.
and manage their trading partner community on their behalf.
What kind of organizations does it particularly suit?
That's a hard question because it is basically anyone. I've got suppliers and retailers and energy distributors and logistics companies, banks.
So it's not about a particular kind of vertical, but is it about a stage of development they're at or something else with tech?
We tend to cater towards the larger enterprises,
right.
Who have global operations, large communities of trading partners, and a diverse community of different types of trading partners. They may work with banks and suppliers and logistics partners, and it becomes harder for them to manage that internally themselves.
Okay, so coming back now to the managed services roadmap, where's business heading for you?
So we've got a lot of interesting initiatives around self-service, and it ends up being a delicate balance. As I said, our purpose is to take a lot of these headaches off the hands of the customers who don't want to have to worry about them. But there are certain portions of this equation that they like to have a little bit more control over. So we're steering our roadmap towards an idea of self-service, some of which might be done through a UI online, and some of it might be done through APIs that we can open up to customers externally, and they can go build interesting apps themselves that maybe even their customers might use, but the back end ties right back to us and our trading grid. Okay,
and then in terms of really much bigger trends you're seeing in the wider economy and how it relates to what we're hearing about from OpenText, what are the things which really get you excited?
I think in the long run, I'm most excited by what we could possibly do with Magellan. I think there's going to be some interesting use cases as we get further and farther down the road, especially with the API-driven integrations that we could do, possibly tying into the grid and then pulling in some of that additional analytics or sentiment analytics.
Right,
so
it's like AI for analytics.
Exactly.
Okay, so potentially big savings or efficiencies there for your customers.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah. AI for the supply chain.
Okay, great. It's interesting stuff. We'll keep an eye on it. JB, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Tony.